Hi, I'm Brad, and this is my first webcast and hopefully a series of webcasts about the Drupal content management system. But for this webcast, I'm going to talk about setting up Drupal in a localhost. It's really easy to do once you know what to do, and hopefully this webcast can help you figure out on how you need to set everything up. First thing you're going to need to do with Drupal is if you don't know anything about it, you can come to Drupal.org and learn a little bit about it. It's pretty cool. It's an open source content management system which is written in PHP. So if you want to learn anything about it, come to this website. But what you need first to start everything off is you need Apache and or PHP and some database, something like MySQL set up on your on your computer. What I'm going to use is this program called XAMPP, which installs everything on your computer. As you can see, I went to Google and just plugged in and got XAMPP right here. And what you need to do is figure out what your operating system is. I'm on Windows, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to set everything up with Windows. And what I'm going to do next is I need the installer to install Apache and PHP and MySQL on my computer. So I'm going to go to Windows Installer, scroll down, and you can see there's installer, zip, and zip. What you need is installer. You click this, which will take you to SourceForge, and here a little pop-up will show that will allow you to see this, download the installer. And once it downloads, you can install everything on your computer. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to get into it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just click the installer and it will install everything by itself. But once you have it installed, you need to go to XAMPP and you need to get running to add the content management system to your computer. And it is in the start. Go to start first, and then go to all programs, and if you scroll down you can find Apache Friends. Go to this folder, and as you can see here, there's XAMPP control panel. I have a copy on my desktop, which makes everything easier, so whenever I need I just double click it, and here's the controller right here. It's not going to start like that, but when it loads you need to make sure you have everything started. So you're going to click Apache start, and then you want MySQL to start. There it goes. And once you have that, you're going to next need the Drupal content management system and all the files within the package. To get that, you go to download extend, and there's two versions, version 6 and version 7. I use version 6 just because a lot of the modules I use haven't been ported over to version 7 yet, and I'm just comfortable with it. So this webcast is going to show you how to set everything up with version 6. Next, what you need to do, copy this to your computer. There you go. I'm going to copy this, go to where you copied it, copy it, close this out, I'm going to close this. And if you have to go back to your control panel, there's XAMPP control panel, and click the Explorer, which will take you to where XAMPP is installed, which should be C/XAMPP. And when you're there, go down to htdocs, go into your htdocs folder, and here is my copy of the Drupal package right here. And what I'm going to do is extract it here, which will extract all the files I need, blah blah blah. And then I'm going to rename it to my test site. Keep it simple, but I would recommend you naming it to the name of your site. And once you have it renamed, you can close out of that, go back to your control panel, click the admin, and as you can see here, I have my test site within the localhost. When you create websites, you need to create a file and put all the PHP or all the HTML code within a folder. As you can see, I have other sites, but we're working on our first Drupal site. So I'm going to click my test site, which will bring up the first step we need to do to set up Drupal on our localhost. Alright, as you can see, there's two links here, installing English and other language. We don't need to worry about the bottom link. We want to install in English, and an error is going to come up. Here's our error right here, and basically what we need to do is, it says we need to change our default settings.php file to settings.php. It's really easy. It's in the settings/default folder in our site. So we're going to go back to our control panel, hit explore, and go back to htdocs, and here's our website. And as you can see, here's the sites folder we need. Click that, go in there, and there's all on default. We want default, and here is the file we need. I'm going to copy it, paste it, and then rename it to settings. Alright, and that's it. That's all we have to do. Go back to our site, and you can either refresh or hit try again. I'm going to hit try again, and it's going to install all the tables we need within our site, or it's going to take us to our database section that we need set up. Sorry about that. Here's our database configuration. As you can see, we can have two different databases, but ours is going to be in MySQL. We're going to need to create a database name, a database user, and a database password. And what we're going to do is go back to our control panel, click the admin for MySQL, and what I'm going to do is keep it simple. I'm going to rename my database to my test site, and oops, we're at php.min, and on the page that loads, you want to create a new database. Let's create a database. There's our database. As you can see, there's no tables within it. There's nothing here. Next, you need to go to the privileges and make sure you have the password set up, and you're going to check this by going to the first one here, clicking the little icon and scrolling down, and we need to make sure our username is what we want it, which is admin. Our host is localhost, and I want my password to be admin. Hit go, which will save us. Voila, and there we go. We can close that. And my database name was my test site. My username was admin. Password was admin. Save and continue, and what this does, it installs all the tables within our database, and I'm gonna pause it right now while it does this. Alright, so all our tables should be installed within our site, and you're going to be taken to this next page which says configuration site. And here what you need to do is name our site, which I'm going to name my test site. And here, this field is for our support emails, such as user registration or password requests. So I'm going to name it support. Oops. Support at my email.com, but you need to add an email address, and for your administrator, you need to add an email address. Alright, so I have that in, and I'm going to make my username super admin, and he's going to be emailed at super admin, and our password, I'm just going to use it as the name, super admin. And super admin, you shouldn't do that when you go live because it's a security problem right there, but I'm just doing it just to show you guys how to get everything set up. Alright, now we have to set up our time zone. Put it to whatever time zone you're in. I'm leaving this as it is. Clean URLs, you want this enabled. If it's disabled, what it does is it leaves all these question marks and equal signs within your URL at the top. So we want it enabled so it's easier for users to get around on your site. After that, you have update notifications. You want this checked so you know when there's new updates to Drupal or your modules. And after that, we're going to hit save and continue. And we are taken to an error page, which we don't really have to worry about because we don't have a email server set up, and we're not going to get into that. You don't need it right now. And once you're done with that, you can click the link that says your new continue to your new site, which will take us to our new site. And voila, we are at our new site. That's it for this webcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can contact me at bradblosky.com contact, and hopefully the next one I'm going to give you a little overview of Drupal and how to move around on your new site.